Okay, first let's see how to draw a triangle using OpenGL and to move the triangle. So for that we need to first we need to include these libraries, external libraries. So the stdio library and the string library, these are the libraries which is used in C++. And rather than that, we need two libraries, one as GLEW and the GLFW libraries, which are used in OpenGL to develop this project. So first let's see how to create the window where we are going to create the triangle. For that, first we need to give the dimensions of the window. For that we will create a constant variable known as constant variables, and the variable type we will use here is glint. This glint variable type is a variable type which is used in OpenGL libraries, and we will give the width and the height for this window dimension. After that, the next thing we are going to do is we need to initialize the GLFW. For that, we can use this GLFW init method, and by putting if around this GLFW init method, we can check whether there are any errors, and also by that we can measure the success rate of this function. So here I have see whether if this GLFW init method does not works, what will happen. So if it does not, if it does not work, then the GLFW will terminate and it will return 1. This return 1 is the standard way in C++ to return errors. So next we are going to see how to set up the window properties. First of all, we need to set up the OpenGL versions. So here I have set up the OpenGL major version and the minor version. And next here I have used the GLFW OpenGL core profile to say this says how the window is going to treat the calls. So these are the things, this is how we are going to set up the window properties. Next, the thing is we need to create the window. To create the window, here I have I have created window by giving the width and height, and also here I have given a name to the window. And next, if the main window is not created, if there is through any error or something, if the main window is not created, then the GLFW will terminate by giving a error message, and it will return 1. So after creating the window, we need to create the buffer. So the buffer is the intermediate window which holds all the data which passes to the screen. So we need to create this buffer, and by giving the width and size and inside all these things. Next, we are going to set the context for the glue. So here to set the context for the glue, I have taken the GLFW make context current method, and I have passed the main window inside this method to create the context for glue to use. And here we have seen whether glue experimental is true or not. That means we are going to check whether we can use modern extensions features in this in our project. So for that we will check whether glue experimental, and we will set it as true. And next we are going to check if this glue unit does not work, or if it does not equal to OK, it does not work, then first of all the window will destroy and the GLFW will terminate and it will return 1. Next thing is we need to create the viewport. The viewport is the part we are going to draw the window draw the triangle inside the window. So to create here we have created the viewport by giving the width and height. I have given the width as buffer width and height as the buffer height, and have created the viewport. Next we have to loop the window until it is closed. So here I have looped it, and next the thing is we need to clear the window. To clear the window, we first if we does not give any color to the window, the color of the window will originally appear as black in color. So for that, to give a color, we can use this CL clear color method, and we can set the color by using zeros and ones to represent the values, and we will can set a value color for the window. After that, so this is how we are going. After that, we need to swap buffers to the main window. Here likewise. So that is how we are going to create the window before we are going to draw the triangle. Okay, next let's see how to draw the triangle. So for drawing the triangle, first we need to I'm going to draw the triangle using shaders. So shaders are some small programs which transforms inputs into outputs. So the first thing is we need to declare some uh, variables. Here VAO, VBO and shader variables are declared, and here the VAO and VBO I have declared as for the vertex array objects and for the vertex buffer objects. So next thing is we need to create the array. We need to create the triangle. So here this method is used to create the triangle. So here I have used this as array as known as vertices, and here inside this array I had given these values. There are 9 values for the uh, positions uh, of the triangle in the to draw the triangle inside the window. So likewise, given these positions I have created the triangle. Next, after creating the triangle, the next thing we need to do is we need to create the VAO. So here I have created the VAO and I have bind it. Next I have created the VBO, the buffer object, and I have bind it. And after that, this line is this method is used to connect the buffer data. So after that, but this is how these things are done. So after that we need to create, I'm going to create the two shaders. We need to create two shaders as vertex shader and the fragment shader. Here I have created the shaders using strings as a string. I have created the vertex shader as a string and I have created the fragment shader as a string. So this is the vertex shader and this is the fragment shader. So after creating these shaders, the next thing we need to do is we need to add this shader, and next we need to compile this shader to the program. This is the method where I have added the shader part which goes to adding the shader. So after that, this is the code part which compiles the shader. Like this here, the shader is compiled. After that, after compiling and after adding the shader, next we need to call these two functions. So here I have called the functions, the create triangle function and the compile shader functions are called in here. So after that, after calling these functions, next I have used this use program to to say to the GPU to use this shader. Likewise, these are calls for the GPU to do the functions, and this is how the triangle is drawn inside the window using OpenGL by using shaders. So next is we need to move the triangle. First, I have declared a variable known as uniform xmove because I have taken this as xmove because I'm going to move the triangle along the x-axis. So after that, here uh, to control the movement of the triangle, first I have given the direction of as a boolean value and I have given it as true, and next I have taken the try offset. Try offset means the beginning point of the where the triangle starts to move, and the trim-max offset is the place where uh, the triangle again moves in the when the triangle tries when the triangle again moves to the opposite direction. The place where triangle start to move towards the opposite direction is the trim-max offset. This is the point, and then the tri-increment is the here it shows the in each loop the offset will increase by this value. And after that, next here inside the vertex shader, I have created a uniform float value known as xmove, and I added the xmove values to the position of x and after that inside the compile shader method, here the uniform x move value is taken by the gl get uniform locations function is by providing the x move value and the shader, and here it's taken to under the compile shader. After that, the main thing after that, uh, after creating yeah after creating the inside taking this moving this triangle inside the compile shader, next thing is here I have written an fs statement, and I have taken the direction of the movement, and if the triangle moves towards a positive direction, then the try-offset value will increase by one increment, y try increment, and if the when the triangles moving towards the negative direction, that means towards the opposite direction again, then the try-offset value will be decreased by y try increment value. And here again I have taken if statement, and I have written that when the try offset value gets larger or equal to the value of the try max offset value, then the direction will change. It's the point where the direction will change. So this is how we are going to um, move the triangle. Now let's run this program and see. Yeah, you can see here, this is the window which I uh, made first, and in the first to draw the triangle, and here this window is the yeah, this window is the and this window is the buffer window. So here we can see that the triangle is moving towards the left and towards the right.